Hi there. It's Lisa Loring. How are you? How was your day? It went by fast. Hmm. But I liked our reading for the day. How'd that play out for you? Hmm. Oh my goodness. I'm going to continue using the giant Rider-Waite Tarot deck. I love these cards. I loved how they came out, that you can really, you can see a lot of the artwork on it, and you can just really dive into the cards. I did a reading for someone earlier today, and we used this deck. This is the deck I feel like using, I kind of feel like when I work with deck, I have a lot of different decks, but when I've got one coming out already. See that there's that Judgment card that came up in the bottom of the deck grouping. I told you it was going to come up later in the week. And here it is. Judgment. That's an awakening. Judgment. Again, that news coming in, or maybe that doesn't feel so comfortable, surprising, change of perspective, awakening, looking at things from a different angle. Waking up a part of you that's been sleepy, that maybe that quiet voice in the back of the head is now a loud trumpet. It's not so quiet. Waking the dead. Yeah, maybe the parts of you that haven't felt alive are coming back to life. That's neat, right? What other cards do we have? Just as I was about to press play, got another card coming up. Four of Cups. This was another card that was at the bottom of the deck that I noticed yesterday alongside Judgment, but it's coming out again. I asked this is a general reading for the collective, all zodiac signs, for Wednesday, June 16th, 2021. Asking my spirits, my guides, to cleanse and clear any of my energies so that this is a general reading. And we can read it for everybody. See what the energies are that we can enjoy and work with. Help make some sense of our day. Help us make a beautiful story. Leave the day better than how we found it. What I always say. Dear Lord, as I wake to this day, as I end it, let me have made it better than how I found it. The Empress comes out again. Oh, I love that. So there's our three cards. And Queen of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. Very nice. All right, let's angle the camera down so we can see what we have. Let me turn it around for you. Okay, so we have the Judgment card. So we have two major arcana, and then we have the Court card here at the bottom of the deck. Five of Pentacles is coming up again. Queen of Swords, interesting. All right, so the Judgment card. Judgment is here. Potentially waking up a part of us, like I said, that's been sleeping for a long time. An awareness. Part of our consciousness that has not been conscious. And the din, which may have been something we could ignore, is not something we can no longer ignore. I'm noticing that this is the 20th card. So this is, the number 20 is about feeling and holding space. It's the 2 and the 0. The 2 is the sign, the number of Cancer, which is intuition. The sign of Cancer, which is intuition. And the 0 is Scorpio, which is holding space and boundaries. So we're holding space and allowing ourselves to have this time to wake up. So although we're hearing the sound, the trumpet is loud and clear, this might not be something that whatever we're hearing, whatever we're being compelled to do, whatever is just, again, I brought it up in yesterday's reading, which was there are things now that we can no longer ignore. And we have to speak up. And that page of swords was there coming in to tell us that there was some, so now we've graduated, not just, now we've gone to a major arcana. Major arcana is more than just a kind of everyday interaction kind of thing, or the more mundane kind of situation. Now we are in a obviously more spiritual. This is speaking to this. This is something happening on the soul level. This is not just this is a major road change. This is a path change. This is a departure onto a different story altogether. And that's what the major arcana indicates. Whereas the Page of Swords, being a court card, it may also have represented a person or a situation in your life, that a message that was coming in that was, not necessarily information that was welcome or delivered in a way, it kind of shook you up. And now if you didn't get that message, if you didn't get the memo, here we are. There's a memo coming in, and we've got the cross here, and this is something to do with not just your we've got this kind of Red Cross deal. This is not just about, this is actually something that will affect your health in the long run if you do not heed the call. Your spiritual health, your mental health, your physical health. This is an opportunity to be reborn on every level. Whether you're a man, your woman, or a child. This is happening on a soul collective level. This is not just one person in particular. We're all participating in this. This is a global thing. This is a global healing. But healing, if you've ever had a significant injury or an illness, or some kind of, be it mental or physical, the healing process takes a while. So like I said, this may not be something that we are doing right away, but we need to heed the call. And you may be refusing to heed the call still. You may not want to listen. You may sit here with your arms crossed and your legs crossed, and I'm not going to have any of this business. But we've got to hold space. Like I said, we feel this in our bones. We feel this, and we have to hold space for the time that it takes for some of this healing to occur, wherever that might be. Just like any healing process, it takes the time it's going to take. But even though it's this message from God, it's this divine message, this like kind of disembodied hand bringing you this beautiful cup. We're crossing, and we don't want it. We're like, I don't want this. I don't want this. This isn't something I want. I'm gonna these three cups are more interesting to me. Not doing nothing for nobody. I'm gonna sit here under my tree, and I am going to wait for these three cups to be filled up. That's not a bad perspective, because any path you choose is never the wrong path. But this is still happening. She's still here. She is still telling us to listen to our heart. Venus is in the sign of Cancer right now. The sign of emotion, of intuition, of receiving. This Empress is in a very receptive position. She's very relaxed. Like I said, she's not getting up. I'm being drawn to this flow of water, of this river around her, which I didn't necessarily notice yesterday. But we've got to be in flow. We've got to go with the flow. And honestly, tonight I'm looking at her and she doesn't look quite as in the reposed position that she was occupying yesterday. She looks like she's standing up, and I'm also noticing this, scepter-ish sort of thing she's got in her hand, and the star card is back represented. The crown, her crown of stars, is also entrancing me tonight. But she's sitting up tonight. She's not just she was definitely relaxed and chilled out last night, just kind of like holding back. Tonight she's not. She's sitting up. She's like, dude, are you not? I mean, you got to listen. Very similar to the refusal of this gift, we have the Queen of Cups, who is very engaged with this Ciborum. That's what she's holding here. That's what this is called. It kind of looks like the Ark. If you ever watched Raiders of the Lost Ark, it kind of looks like a mini Ark, right? Ark of the Covenant. Ark of the Covenant. So she's very fixated, but she has kind of a mean look on her face. Like, look at her face. She doesn't look too happy about that. She's like, I'm looking at this Ciborum and I'm doing nothing but, and we have the Five of Pentacles underneath her. So to me, this is kind of, these cards are saying that there's a really strong energy to me, and this is the central card of the reading. There's a really strong energy of wanting to stay very focused on one thing, but that one thing is kind of the thing that makes us be Five of Pentacles-y, which is being out in the cold, constantly being in a place of lack, of guilt, of being shut out. That I'm thinking of that song, Locked Out of Paradise or whatever by Bruno Mars. That's the song that's coming into my head. Feels like I've been locked out of paradise. Anyway, that's what it feels like to me, right? Like he's kind of sitting in a paradisey place. It's like, okay, but you could be here. Like, this looks like way more of a paradise, right? Again, the water continues, and this came up in the private reading I did earlier today. This water element, the blue of all of this, the Queen of Cups, the flow is happening with or without you. Queen of Swords is here. Knight of Wands is here. Oh, and a celebration cup is here. Celebration card of celebration. Three of Cups. So we could be, we could go with our passions. This lady's here to saying enough is enough. Enough already. Enough with the thoughts. We've got to transform those thoughts and turn them into something that is, again, more celebratory, more turning our thoughts more towards our passions. And it may feel like we're getting carried away with this. This horse is carrying this guy away. I can't even believe that knight is he even has a funny look on his face. Like, I don't think he's even this very able knight doesn't look like he's particularly sure that he can stay on that horse. You might feel like, I think no matter what, just go. Whatever it is, get out of whatever thought processes that are keeping you stuck. There's so much more to life. And if, the balance is going to be struck. Oh, but the Tower card is here in the bottom. Like, you can stay here or go with the flow, is what I'm saying. And because the flow is happening with or without you. And it's going to take you with it no matter what. And if it doesn't, if you choose not to, the Tower, you will have that Tower moment where that Tower moment will come, and it'll be a god-awful surprise, and whatever that might mean for you. And you'll get through it. Of course you will. But, it would be better if you just chose to lighten up and have some fun. And enjoy and choose these gifts that are coming towards you, rather than being, no, it only has to be, in this case, these ways, but this one like kind of unusual thing that's coming in from out of no, seemingly out of nowhere. I suggest you go that way because that is the way that your heart wants to go. He's got his arms crossed over his heart, like, I'm not even gonna let this into my heart. I know how that feels. I know. And we've had so much. But this is good. It's kind of hard to believe it's good though, right? Like he just doesn't believe it, right? He's like, I don't believe it. I don't. But she's here. And that angel's here. And these guys are like, yes, thank God. So that's the reading for Wednesday, June 16th. I can't wait to see how this pans out. Let's go for the ride. I love this guy. This guy is like really cracking me up right now. All right, let's have some fun with this. And have fun with your day. Pick the thing that's out of the blue. Pick the thing that, you know, is going against everything you thought you were doing. Do it. All right. I love you. Like, share, subscribe. That helps me get my word out. If you want a private reading, email me at lisa.loring@gmail.com. lisa.loring@gmail.com. You can Venmo me. You can PayPal me donations. Those are awesome. Love it. Accept those. Very grateful for those who do that. And questions, comments, anything you guys have to say, please don't hesitate to ask. I am happy to make myself available. All right. I love you guys and have a great day.